Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a fantastic Friday. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jessica Shirkan. I'm an aspiring author currently working on my debut novel, The Vigilantes. The name is still in the works. I created my channel to document my self-publishing journey, to join the online writing community, and to share some tips and tricks of writing that I learned along these years. This week's video is actually a collab with fellow author tuber Bethany Atazadeh. If you don't know who Bethany is, she's the Amazon bestselling author of Evelyn's Number and her second novel, which she's currently working on, Pearl's Number. And she's soon going to publish a children's book named The Confident Corgi. Bethany and I decided to collab on a video all about writing dialogue because dialogue is one of the most important things in your novel. Besides descriptions, story, plot, it makes kind of almost half of the whole novel. And it's kind of sad to see other writers who struggle with writing dialogue. So we decided to partner up and share 5 tips to write amazing dialogue. One is to make sure your characters don't all sound the same. If you listen carefully to other people's dialogue when you're walking down the street, you will notice that people don't sound the same. Each character, just like any other person, has a distinctive voice and pronunciation of words. For example, in my novel, one of the characters speaks really formal compared to his sister, who has a very relaxed way of talking. Even though they both grew up in the same environment, along the same people, they still develop their own voice. Everyone uses words that aren't used by other characters. For example, there is always one person who uses a word repeatedly that other people don't use. One great example of this is in the Maze Runner series, where one of my characters, Newt, always uses the word bloody. There isn't really a sentence where he speaks where he doesn't use the word bloody. That is an amazing way to let the reader know who is talking without using any dialogue tags. Which goes with tip number 2, dialogue tags matter. One thing that I should really emphasize is that when you write the dialogue, you should really use short dialogue tags, like he said, she said. Many writers don't like to use short dialogue tags. Many writers think that this will bore the reader, so they use dialogue tags like he exclaimed, when you could just say he said. But these dialogue tags can really irritate the reader. So if you really want to add an action to the dialogue tag, you can say, have it your way, Emma snapped, instead of have it your way, Emma exclaims. It really gives a tone to the dialogue that your character just said, but it doesn't irritate the reader. Tip number 3 is to make sure that you avoid meaningless conversation. One of the most annoying things to a reader is to read conversation that doesn't really matter. For example, when 2 characters go in for work and they see each other, they don't stop and have conversation like just saying hi and asking what they did in the weekend, because as long as you haven't killed anyone, the reader doesn't care. So if you really want to add a scene with them exchanging meaningless conversation, you can just say they exchange pleasantries. Tip number 4 is that age matters. Make sure that your dialogue is age appropriate. If you listen to different conversation between teens and adults, you can clearly see that there is this huge difference in the words they use. Teens really tend to use more informal words than adults do. And tip number 5 is that relationships between the characters matter. So you have to take a step back and really think about who your characters are talking to. Are they talking to their mother? They're clearly not going to curse or disrespect their mother or say anything that would sound rude. Compared to when they're talking to their friends, they could really use any kind of language that they want. These are my top tips for writing dialogue. I hope they helped you, and don't forget to go check out Bethany's video. It's going to be linked down below, and go give her video a thumbs up. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, because I post new videos every Fridays. If you want to get in touch with me or just chat for a bit, you can go follow me on Twitter at Jessica Shirkan or on Instagram at author Jessica Shirkan. If you want to read the first chapter of my novel, the link is down below, so go check it out. This is all for this week. I hope you have a nice Friday and a fantastic weekend. Bye!